Alright, y'all, so we are back with some more conspiracy theories and unexplained mysteries. Tonight's topic of discussion is Alexa. Alright, this video here is titled The Top 10 Demons You Should Never Ask Alexa About. The device that you kind of got a side eye a little bit nowadays. You don't know whether it's recording you or not, what's going on with it. But to take it a step further, people are asking it about demons. Why they would do that, I don't know, but we're going to get into a part 2. We checked out part 1. We're going to get into a part 2 and find out some more demons you should never ask about. So if you're new, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, join the family, hit that like button for more content. Let's check it out.
If there is one thing that all religions have in common, it's that each one has their very own army of terrifying demons that you never want to come into contact with. Welcome back, most amazing crew. I am your host, Kennedy, and today we are back once again to count down some of the most bone-chilling demons that you better pray never find their way to you. So get ready, because this is the top 10 demons you should never ask Alexa about, part 2. Starting us off at number 10 is Yukiona. Sometimes referred to as the Snow Woman, Yukiona is a Japanese demon that can be traced back as far as the early 1300s. While there have been several different incarnations of Yukiona throughout the years, the standard legend is that she is a tall woman with pale skin and long black hair, usually wearing a white kimono, and appears only when the snow falls. Almost like a ghost, it's said the Yukiona hovers above the ground, gliding through the air. But the most terrifying part is that she has the ability to appear wherever she wishes, at any
time. A demon that ruins snow? Like the beauty of snow? This is just bad, man.
time, meaning no matter where you are never safe from her attack. Said to be the demon of hypothermia, when Yukiona appears before her victims, she will ask them to hold a little one in their arms. However, anybody who accepts this offer will be frozen to death by the young one. That being said, if you refuse her offer, Yukiona will still find a way to bring you to your death. And
taking advantage of us for our advantage. Why am I messing that up? Taking advantage of our love for little ones. That's what she's playing on. Like, that's just cold-hearted to a different degree.
And once completed, she feasts on her victims' souls, sucking their essence through the frozen corpse. So it's lose-lose no matter what. Coming in at number 9, the Zovits. An indigenous demon from the Shoshonian mythology, Zovits is said to be a giant ogre with a taste for the flesh of little ones. While there isn't a ton of info regarding him specifically, he is most famous for stealing the sun and kidnapping young people. In one story, the demon ogre stole the eggs of a sacred dove, and terrified, the dove enlisted the help of some other creatures to help her rescue her young. So along came an eagle and a crane who helped steal back the dove's eggs. But of course, once Zovits realized they had stolen back what he had taken, he became very, very angry. The birds knew they had to hide or else risk being killed by the evil ogre, and with the help of a tricky little badger, they managed to evade his wrath. Rather than finding the hiding birds, the demon was instead tricked and told the dove was hiding in a nearby hole. But once he walked inside, the animals quickly covered the opening with large rocks, trapping him inside indefinitely. From that day forward, the place was known as the Devil's Hole. But it is unknown if the demon remains trapped inside or if he managed to escape. So with that,
now I gotta go watch Shrek so I can get this evil image of this type of demon ogre out of my head, if they're talking about the same type of ogre. So yeah, I need to go watch Shrek now. I need laughter when I think about ogres, not this story right here. Jeez.
Demon remains trapped inside or if he managed to escape. So with that in mind, you better be careful not to do anything that might bring him your direction. Coming in at number 8, the Kappa. Described in Japanese folklore as being a half-reptilian, half-human monster with green skin, webbed hands and feet, and a turtle-like shell on their back. What? The Kappas are vicious creatures known to attack a swimming victim when they least suspect it. The good news is that they usually are looking to steal a mythical organ called the Shirikodama. But before you get too relieved, it doesn't really seem like they care if it exists or not. whatnot, and they are known to perform all different kinds of malevolent deeds to try and get their hands on it. Kappas are known to try and drown people and animals, kidnap little ones, eat the flesh of humans, and even commit SA on female victims, all to get their precious shirikodama, which they believe is found in your butt. What's potentially most interesting about these—
Whoa, wait a minute, stop the press. Huh? No. You do not have that right. No. Make sure we hear this correctly, y'all.
SA on female victims, all to get their precious shirikodama, which they believe is found in your butt. What's potentially most interesting about these horrible little creatures, however, is they are not always out to kill. In fact, they're only said to become harmful when they are not respected as gods, which is a bit difficult considering they are widely regarded as demons. However, it is said that their favorite food is the cucumber, and some believe that if you eat one before you go swimming, you can protect yourself from their attack. That being said, other texts—
This is weird beyond so many different beliefs, bro. The images that just keep popping into my head right now, wow, where did this just take a turn to?
State this will only draw them near you, so really, you are never safe from their wrath.
Clutches,
Coming
pearls.
in at number 7 is the Zahak. Also referred to as Azidahaka, this Persian demon from the Zoroastrian religion is definitely one you do not want to mess with. For starters, before we get into how creepy he is, according to certain texts, he's got some pretty extreme mommy issues. Son of Wadag, who is described as a great sinner, in some texts the two have a very unnatural relationship, often engaging in acts that, let's just say, should not be done between a mother and her son. And I mean, there is just no way that someone is gonna come out of that a balanced and healthy person. Besides the creepy incest stuff, he is described as being a cunning monster with 3 heads, 3 mouths, 6 eyes, and giant snakes on his shoulders, which is terrifying enough, but the snakes are not just for show. In fact, it's said that he must satiate their intense hunger with a minimum of 2 human brains per day. And from what I can tell, there is not much rhyme or reason to who he chooses as the next victim. So steer clear or your brain could be next. Coming in at number 6, Pazuzu. Popularized in the 1st millennium BCE, Pazuzu is a Babylonian demon from the underworld who is believed to possess the capability to bring great damage to our world. Son of Hanbi, the king of demons, Pazuzu was given the power to control the west and south winds, which could bring the entire world into famine during the dry season or cause a massive storm of locusts in the rainy season, neither of which sound like great options if you ask me. Often represented as having large bulging eyes, a canine face, a scaly body, large talons, and enormous wings, what's interesting about this demon is that he's sort of viewed like a double-edged sword, meaning it was believed that because he had great power to harm, it was also believed he was equally capable of protecting one from the very danger he presented. That being said, you must be careful when making any kind of deal for protection with a demon. After all, they do not have the best track record. Coming in at number 5 is Dakini. Found in both Hinduism and Buddhism, Dakini is a demon, or rather a race of female demons known to devour and feast on the flesh of humans and our vital essence. That being said, Dakini is a tad bit more complicated than that, depending on what texts you are referring to and what time period you're looking at. In some texts, rather than a demon, Dakini is viewed as one of the goddesses of the 6 chakras. In these later texts where she is viewed as more goddess-like, it said she was one of the 7 deities who guard another god, Varahi. These 7 deities drank and consumed the 7 essential ingredients of the body: the blood, skin, flesh, fat, bones, marrow, and the semen of enemies. And they were experts in diluting, slaying, paralyzing, striking, swallowing, and exterminating the wicked Daityas, who—
Yeah, but why take my little swimmers though? I don't, like, But why take my swimmers though? You know what I mean? Even my swimmers gotta be. That's ridiculous.
Demon of enemies, and they were experts in deluding, slaying, paralyzing, striking, swallowing, and exterminating the wicked Daityas, who are another form of demon, which, frankly, is still not sounding so good to me. Slightly differently, in Buddhism, they are also flesh eaters, but in this version, they are captured by the Buddha, Vairocana, via a summoning, and promised freedom so long as they stop eating meat.
Now, if these demons are just urban legends and myths and stuff like this, and it's no real validity to them or anything like that, then... And if their plan was to scare people, they did a good job. It's working on me. You know what I mean? Because that's always the thing about a lot of these demons and stories and myths and stuff like that. It was said to have been created to strike fear for whatever reason to a certain group of people or people that lived in that area or something. A lot of the time, I always believe it's due to control. They want to control you. So, but if they did that for these reasons as well, it's working on me. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hearing some of this stuff, jeez.
Dakini protests this, saying they will starve, and so as a compromise, they are taught how to consume the essence of dead humans, found in the head, liver, or heart. Honestly, either way, goddess or demon, they are still depicted as being flesh-eating entities equipped to take your life instantly. So, as far as I'm concerned, they are not one I would like to meet. Coming in at number 4, Pishacha. Once again, another flesh-eating demon that appears in both Buddhist and Hindu mythologies. The Pishacha is a malevolent being that has on more than one occasion been called the very manifestation of all evil. And if that doesn't frighten you, then I don't know what will. Said to be creatures that prefer the darkness of the night, Pishachas are usually found haunting cremation grounds, but do also possess the ability to shapeshift. So truly, you never know how many of them could be around you, hiding in plain sight. Plus, just to make things worse, they don't just feed on human flesh, but also our energy too. So they will often possess human beings and feast on our energy, all while altering our thoughts and afflicting the possessed human with...
And that's scary. Why would a person ever ask Alexa about that? Unless they're looking into that stuff because maybe one day or they want to be able to perform or do different things like that, or possession and different things. This is scary. See, that's why I feel like, you know, the government should be listening out for those type of trigger words too, so they could watch these people as well. Because there's people out here that want to practice that type of stuff.
Feast on our energy, all while altering our thoughts and afflicting the possessed human with a variety of illnesses, sometimes even driving them insane. Now, there are some mantras that are said to be capable of driving the Pishacha away and stopping it from taking over the possessed human. But realistically, I don't even want to get to that point, so I guess that is just one more reason to avoid the cemetery at night. Coming in at number 3 is Pazuzu. This ghoul shows up in a variety of different cultures, from Christianity to ancient Greece, and may even have roots dating back as far as the Mesopotamian era. But no matter where you read about her, she is without a doubt an evil demon. Usually depicted as having a greenish, gleaming face with disheveled, serpent-like hair, it's said Pazuzu does not sleep, but rather wanders the world at night looking for her victims. Should you cross her, she can afflict you with any number of maladies, such as deafness, blindness, obstructions of the throat, madness, or bodily pain. However, her preferred victims are the ones unable to defend themselves. Like many demons, she hunts the vulnerable young in our society, but unlike many others, she does not crave their flesh for herself. Instead, she's motivated by envy due to her own infertility, and believes that if she can't have her own little one, then no one can. While on the hunt, the Pazuzu seeks out mothers in labor or who've just given birth, and steals their little ones in the night before taking their life. So whatever you do, stay far away from the Pazuzu.
Another way to, that's a life lesson right there. Another way to say that jealousy and envy is dangerous, bro. People will go to great lengths to destroy someone or harm someone because they're jealous or envious of them. That's a life lesson there, man. Be careful out here.
Night before taking their life. So whatever you do, stay far away from the Abbey Zoo. Coming in at number 2 is Lamashtu. Daughter of the sky god Anu, Lamashtu is a Mesopotamian demon with one of the most frightening and evil vices I have ever come across. And I can safely say you absolutely do not want to get wrapped up with her. Generally, she's depicted as a ghoulish hybrid monster with a hairy body, a lioness's head, donkey's teeth and ears, long fingers and fingernails, and the feet of a bird with sharp talons. But the last thing you should be worried about is what she looks like. The malevolent Lamashtu is said to commit a variety of heinous acts like eating men and drinking their blood, causing nightmares, infesting rivers and lakes, and cursing her victims with deadly diseases. However, the most evil things she commits are on the most vulnerable. Her favorite evil deed is to haunt pregnant mothers right up until they go into labor, and if possible, kidnaps their young while they are breastfeeding. From there, she takes her abducted victims and devours their flesh, bones, and blood until there is nothing left. What's even more frightening about her is that, unlike some of the other demons, she's acting out these malevolent deeds on her own accord, rather than at the instruction of a deity, meaning she could very well be a demigod in her own right. Even worse is that the only thing that can stop her is the demon of famine, Pazuzu, meaning you need to be involved in the mess of 2 demons to escape her wrath. So seriously, do whatever you can to never have to deal with her as long as you live. And last up today in our number 1 spot is Cali. Not to be confused with the goddess Cali, the demon Cali, or Cali Purush, was once the ruler during the Kali Yuga, and is considered to be one of the most powerful demons in the Hindu religion. In the Hindu belief, there are 4 different yugas that run in a cycle, and each yuga is said to last 4,320,000 years. And the Kali Yuga, where the demon Kali was the malevolent ruler, is the last of the cycle and by far the most destructive. Most commonly, the demon Cali is described as a massive creature with large fangs and wild busy green hair, covered in soot, with the foulest stench permanently emanating from his being. But it's not just his looks that are frightening. It's said Cali corrupted the entire world in an attempt to destroy it, slowly eating away at people's beliefs and making them forget the word of God. So his destruction had less to do with hunting you down and eating you, and more to do with trying to overrule the entire world, which is about as terrifying.
Now, some people will make the comment, that's what scientists are trying to do, man. Like, I can already see the comments coming and stuff like that, man. I see it all the time, bro. They will refer to that as saying, see, that's what scientists are trying to do, move us away. When they talk about evolution and different things like that, they're trying to move us away from this, that, and the third. Like, you gotta give people an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, explore and look at different things without trying to condemn them for what they're, or for answers they're seeking. You get what I'm saying? You can't do that to them. You have to give them that opportunity. It's all a part of growth and understanding, and they have to walk their own path. But like I said, I could already see the comments for that one.
More to do with trying to overrule the entire world, which is about as terrifying as you can get. Now, technically speaking, according to ancient texts, we are still in the Kali Yuga, as it started after the death of Krishna in 3102 BCE, which honestly could make some sense if there is a demon ruling over our world at this very moment. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you liked this video.
And again, like I said, people are asking Alexa about these demons. That alone should just horrify you. You know why it should horrify you? Is horrify a word? I don't know. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna check that. I know y'all gonna Scrabble challenge me on that, but I'm gonna check that one out. But anyway, I think it is. Yes, it is horrify. But anyway, the reason why that should is because that person could be living next door to you and you don't even know it. You don't. That's the scary part. You could be living next to somebody who's the heinous things that they're either doing or going through their mind, or they're learning about or practicing or trying to get accomplished or trying to understand so they can perform later on. I think that makes me more paranoid than a lot of other things going on. It does. Just not knowing who's who. Yeah? But listen, man, y'all get at me in the comment section, though, and let me know what you thought of this video. The top 10 demons you should never ask Alexa about, or anybody about, for that matter. Never ask anyone, all right? And y'all get at me in the comment section. Stick around and stay tuned, man. Leave a like, share, and till next one, I'm gone, man. Peace.